What if I told you one of the most accomplished golfers in American history spent his entire career proving himself, and still felt invisible? That's the strange truth behind Jim Furyk, a man who did nearly everything professional golf demands, yet rarely received the admiration others enjoyed. On paper, his career looks extraordinary. A 2003 U.S. Open champion, winner of the 2010 FedEx Cup, PGA Tour Player of the Year, more than 17 PGA Tour victories, dozens of appearances for the United States in the Ryder Cup, and one of the only golfers in history to shoot a legendary round of 58. Those numbers should make him a household name. But for much of his life, Jim Furyk felt like an outsider in the very sport he mastered. His story began far from luxury golf resorts. Furyk grew up in a modest family where privilege didn't open doors. His father, Mike Furyk, worked maintenance jobs and simply loved the game. Instead of expensive academies or elite coaches, young Jim learned golf on quiet practice ranges where nobody expected greatness. There were no predictions of stardom. No early hype. Just a kid practicing endlessly, believing effort might someday be enough. But even as his talent grew, something about him never fit golf's traditional image. His swing looked unusual, looping, awkward, nothing like the textbook motion instructors loved. Commentators mocked it. Critics called it ugly. Television broadcasts replayed it almost like a curiosity. Imagine building your life around a craft while the world laughs at how you perform it. For Furyk, every tournament became more than competition. It became proof that his strange swing could still beat the best players on earth. And slowly, it did. Week after week, Furyk kept appearing near the top of leaderboards. Not with dramatic flair, but with relentless consistency. Yet even when he won, praise often sounded reluctant. People called him steady, reliable, or solid. Rarely great. In a sport that celebrated charisma and spectacle, Furyk's quiet discipline was easy to overlook. The moment that should have changed everything came in 2003. The U.S. Open, one of golf's most brutal championships. Furyk survived every test the course offered and walked away with the trophy. For most athletes, that kind of victory transforms them into icons. But strangely, the world moved on quickly. The win was respected, but not romanticized. Furyk remained the same quiet figure in the background. Even his greatest season couldn't rewrite that story. In 2010, Furyk delivered near-perfect golf and captured the FedEx Cup, finishing the year as Golfer of the Year. It was the kind of season players dream about. Yet once again, the headlines faded quickly. Then life delivered something far more serious than media indifference. A serious accident involving his son shook Furyk's world. Suddenly trophies meant nothing. Golf, once his refuge, felt small compared to the fear every parent understands. He stepped away quietly, focusing only on family. When he eventually returned, he wasn't chasing recognition anymore. He was simply continuing the path he had walked his entire life. Later came chronic back pain, the physical toll of thousands of swings. Furyk kept playing, adjusting his body and schedule just to survive each round. The same swing people once mocked had carried him through decades, but it also demanded a price. Today, Jim Furyk's legacy is complicated. He may never be remembered as the loudest star of his era, standing beside icons like Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson. But look deeper, and you see something powerful. Furyk represented discipline stretched across 3 decades. He proved that greatness isn't always flashy. Sometimes it's quiet endurance. And maybe that's the lesson his career leaves behind. Not every legend arrives with fireworks. Some simply show up, year after year, doing things the right way when nobody is watching. If stories like this fascinate you, the hidden struggles behind famous lives, consider subscribing. Because sometimes the most meaningful journeys are the ones history almost forgets.